Hello, everyone. Today I want to come to you and talk about an important topic that I know that many of you are going to be very inclined to listen to, and it has to do with wellness tips. Are you ready for this? Wellness tips while you wait for your soulmate. How many can raise their hand saying, I need a tip to know how to remain in this time of waiting with myself, know how to act, what to do to keep myself probably just improving more upon yourself. And I want to come and just give you some pointers. I have experience in this, and it is why I believe that I'm very qualified to bring this topic to you. And first, I come to you as a woman of faith. I come to you as a woman with experience. I am a grandmother, grown children. I am happily married now for 7 years with a beautiful, incredible husband that the Lord brought into my life. And I bring this advice to you not from a place of, how can I say, just to have something to talk about. I come from a place of experience. And one of the things that many things I wish I knew then, I know a lot better now. I have learned to improve upon even in my marriage, right? So let's get into it. And I am here. You're going to see that I'm going to be looking over here at my screen. Well, we're going to start with number 1. Stay actively involved in your community, local church, or volunteering. Serving others helps remain humble. I think it's very important to remember how being involved with your community and how adding that to your agenda takes the focus off of you and puts it on other people. And when we volunteer without expecting a pay, we do it out of, the kindness of our hearts and learn a lot through the process. We have a scripture that backs this up. This is in Romans 12:10. It says, be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. I believe that very wholeheartedly. As a single person, it is very important to be involved with your community. Whether it's, like I said, church, serving, volunteering, whether it's your city, neither in whichever way. Maybe it's helping your neighbors, being involved in helping them clean their yard, whichever way comes to you best. Number 2, read character molding content. Stay active learning from other wise people and hang out with the elderly for advice. This is all together because we learn from each other. And what better than to learn from others that have already gone through the process that we're going through, or we haven't gone through but we're getting ready to go through. For example, if you are a young lady, not a mother yet, you want to hang out with women that do have children, have had children and are already married, so you could learn from them. And if they're carrying on in a positive way, get good advice. So I think it's very important to also speak to our elderly. They have a lot of advice. I think it's very, very encouraging at the same time to see life through their eyes, which is much different than how we obviously see things in different eras, different times. It's a beautiful time, quality time, when you sit down with someone that is much older and just ask them questions or just listen to them. And the stories that they have are much different. And one very common factor that I hear when I'm with elderly is that they no longer sweat the small stuff that we at a younger age do sweat and worry about. They're more organic, they're more natural, and I like to embrace that. Number 3, practice learning from others, even if you do not, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. Practice listening to others, even if you do not agree with them. listening to others even though you do not agree with them. Learn to balance emotional listening and emotional intelligence. What is emotional listening and emotional intelligence? I'll tell you right now, if my computer works. I think it will work because it has to. Oh, it woke up. Here it is. Where did I send that? I guess I never sent it to myself. Well, here it is. Emotional listening. And I don't have my glasses, I apologize. But emotional listening, I'm going to try to read it. I'll put my glasses on real quick. Emotional intelligence and emotional listening. All right, listen to this. Emotional listening, known as empathetic listening, is a communication skill that involves actively listening to other persons with the intention of understanding their emotions and perspective. All right, that is emotional listening. And if we go into intelligence, emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as the emotions of others. It involves being aware of one's emotions. Isn't that awesome? All right. I think it's very important to focus on that and be aware of that, because if you don't, it's a good quality to have, that you're able to control your emotions and then not let the other person's emotions affect you, because they might be having a bad day. They might be speaking from, probably if it's a negative tone, speaking from a place of pain or anger, and doesn't technically mean it's against you, but understanding how to balance out those emotions, your emotions and their emotions, and taking it to a higher level of understanding them and just meeting them where they're at, it creates a beautiful, kind of a peaceful relationship. So the sooner we learn that, I learned it later in life, fortunately, but the sooner we learn that, the better it is going to be in any relationship that you have. So when your soulmate does arrive and comes with baggage, because everyone comes with baggage, you will be able to separate those emotions. Your emotions, understand that that person has their emotions, and learn to work together and meet each other halfway and just work together in good communication. I want to emphasize that being around other people helps you to also develop a good communication skill. Listening skill, working towards your thinking skills, where you process information, being around other people with like-minded, all different walks of life, but like-minded people will help you to kind of develop that ability to listen to other people, and at the same time, it helps you to know how to process information better. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. We're number 4 now. Keep a healthy self-care routine. Invest in your appearance, but keeping it natural and in balance with how God created you. Very important, my ladies, and even the guys that are, like they call metrosexual. You have to make sure that you are within your principles. Dress within your principles. I'm not against any extra doing things to yourself and making yourself more beautiful. All of that is fine, but keep it natural, keep it beautiful, keep it where you don't change what God's created in you, and also you're protecting what God has given you. You're being modest, you're being conservative in a sense with what you got. You're saving that for your soulmate, so you don't have to go exposing things out in a way that it's going to actually be cheating on your soulmate, if you think of it, if you do it before time. Yeah. So be attentive to yourself. And also, we're in an age right now where a lot of women dress a lot like a lot very professional, attire all the time, and I'm all about it. I like my professional attire. I like to, dress with my suits. It's fine. But remember to dress down into your lady. Look like a lady. Dress, feminine. Have dresses. Have skirts. Wear heels. I like my penny loafers, and, they're pretty relaxed when you're going to spend a lot of time standing, but it's not very feminine looking. So, and also for the guys, it's not always tennis shoes. Please, please, please. If you wear jeans, you can wear them with jeans with dress shoes. Keep that in mind. So, investing in yourself and taking the time to set out the clothes that you're going to wear, iron it, make sure it looks nice. It speaks a lot about yourself. It speaks about how you are internally and how you think. And you're preparing yourself for your soulmate, so you want to make sure that few of these little details are covered every single time you walk out the door. And also when you're inside the house, because when you're inside the house, you may get a visit. So you want to make sure that you are keeping yourself beautiful. I'm not saying that you roll out of bed and you already start putting on your makeup, and even if you don't have a plan, or the guys that you're going to put on a suit. No, I'm saying everything's within balance, but always have a routine for yourself that you're taking care of your appearance. No, the last one, I believe it's number 6. Spend quality time with family. Forgive them if they disappointed you. Be the best daughter, son, aunt, or uncle, etc. This helps us learn to be a good friend. If we can't be a good friend with those that we live with, those that are of our same blood, I'm not saying you're going to be like best friends, but at least if you cannot relate to them, what makes you think that you're going to be able to relate with people that are much different, that don't have a personal connection with you on the outside? Well, I am telling you this from a place of a lot of brokenness with my family, and it took many years to bring us together. And we are at a place now where through the years we learned this together, and we are peas and carrots now, like you can say, very united. But we caught on to the main point, which is forgive them if they have disappointed you. There's always going to be someone that's going to disappoint you, and it's quick to let it go, quick to forgive, so it does not build a grudge or resentment or offenses in your heart, so you can move on and it doesn't create a trauma. I am very familiar with that topic because that is what I do. Most of you that follow me and know me know that I have a history of recovery, of going through a lot of trauma. And that is why I am pretty prepared to speak on this topic. But if you're preparing yourself and you're in the waiting time for your soulmate, you want to make sure that you're investing in yourself, improving yourself, spending time serving others, spending time learning from others, developing yourself. I want to read a scripture on this. Says Proverbs 12:15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise one listens to the advice of others. So if you don't have someone that is wiser than you in your life, honey, it's time you start finding a new circle of friends. You can't be the only smartest one in the room. You want to be with people that make you uncomfortable, that have walked already a little further, much further ahead than you, and for you to learn from. And it is being wise by doing that, listening to advice. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any topics that you'd like me to bring out and discuss further, I will. I have great plans to continue doing this. There's a lot of good content that we can discuss. And if you are a viewer and you wish to join one of my podcasts live, right now this is pre-recorded, we can arrange it, and I would be so happy to have guests as well join me. I am Elizabeth Rowley, your life coach, but also your sister and friend. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening.